We do it, well, we have a motive, but it ain't proper. We do it because we love them. Not with God's love, with an emotional feeling you have. That's what makes us think things are right. I'm in a relationship with so-and-so because they make me feel good about myself. Can't be nothing wrong with that. They make me feel good about myself. Pimp know how to make you feel good about yourself. It's the nature of being a pimp. Hello? Y'all think that people, because they're living a life you think you don't approve of, don't feel good about what they're doing. On some level, they do. That's why they do it. Nobody does anything that doesn't make them feel good about themselves in some way. Now then they'll run across somebody that will make them feel bad about what they do. You follow me? People who have sex, who abuse sex, do it because it gives them a sense of, of fulfillment. A woman that messes with a lot of men, it gives her a sense of control, power. They like to be sexy. That's why sometimes even when all the sex is gone, they still putting on stuff that won't nobody tell them the truth about. Because they're still trying to pretend that's the only power they ever had. Do you follow? And somebody need to let them know you passed that point, baby. You're 45 and that's not cute now. It's not. So all I want to do is tell you the truth. We need to find you another way to raise your self-esteem. Sexy is not your way now. See, I'm not saying to put down any of that because that's somebody's level of self-esteem, but don't let it take you too far because sexy ain't gonna last forever. Do you follow me? And it won't go everywhere. I need the kind of self-esteem that'll take me all across the world. You follow me? See, if you build a search for your self-esteem on the right things, they'll take you anywhere. Some of us got our self-esteem built on some low stuff. We got our self-esteem built on a car. Yeah, but that's a $25,000 car. You take it out of this neighborhood, and it has no value. It ain't got the same level of self-esteem. You follow me? What's sexy over here ain't sexy over there. So don't base it on that. Intelligence, confidence. That's beautiful everywhere. Matter of fact, faith is beautiful even in the invisible realm. Not only on this earth, but in the life after this earth. Godly things. Godly things are attractive to everybody. That's why we need to find out what they are and get to work on them. It's not about leaving this world. It's about learning how to manage and be successful in it. But in order to be able to do that, you have to become mature. And mature people don't just let stuff come into their life. You may decide, recently there was somebody that was hearing of a situation that you decide, I want some furniture. So somebody said, I'm going to give you something. And because you don't want to buy what you want, you take it as a gift, and then you say, thank God. You know how many people have raggedy stuff sitting in their houses right now that's been there 10 years because somebody gave it to them when they needed it, instead of saying, I thank you very much for the offer, but I don't want that. I'll just let the room stay empty. Because I can get what I want, and I'm not going to take what you give me. You know why you take it? Because somebody going to say, oh, you're ungrateful. You're trying to be something. You ought to be appreciating what you got. I do. I appreciate the space. And I appreciate the fact that I don't have a bunch of junk in the place where I want something valuable. So therefore, don't give me anything yet. Do you follow? In my life, I decided when I wasn't going through a relationship. See, when you come out of a relationship of any kind, you come out finding things wrong with the person you left, right? Here's the mistake you make when you go right into another one. You just want something better than what you had. That's all you want. And by comparison, you're going to find it. Am I right or wrong? Okay. Now, generally, all you found is something better than what you had. So you had a dog, now you got a duck. The duck don't like it. Hello? Yeah, the duck don't like it. Yeah, but he's still a duck. You follow me? But I'm just grateful because I'm glad I got a duck, because at least he's not biting me. That's what we do. That's not the life of God. That ain't based on scripture. And then you don't say, thank God for my duck. God sent me a duck. God said, no, I didn't. You chose a duck because you got time for a dog.
Right.
I sent princes. You just didn't have time to wait. Hello? Now, I'm not saying the duck can't be a prince, but you need to make sure to make an assessment. See, mature people, no matter what you're saying, say, well, that look good on the surface, but I need to check it out. I was reading a story where an NBA player years ago bought a $4 million plane, spent $4 million on the plane. After the purchase was done, he discovered the engine didn't work. It had immediately needed $1 million, more than $1 million worth of work. And Scottie Pippen, as I was reading the other day, he sued his lawyer. And eventually they say the other day the case was decided, they said the lawyers owed him $2 million. Which is really funny to me for someone who made over $110 million reportedly over a 10 or 15 year period, and they really need $2 million. The plane never flew though. So all I'm saying is, but that's somebody else's fault in his mind. Well, everything that looks like what it is ain't what it looks like. So if you do a proper inspection, you can decide, wait a minute, I'm going to buy this plane, but I'm not going to give you $4 million for it because I got to turn around and put an engine in it when I get it. So I don't have a problem with buying something that ain't in the condition I want it to be in, but I need you to understand that I'm purchasing it with that understanding, so therefore I'm not going to give you what you asked. You got some work to do. Do y'all follow me? See, I believe people can have a relationship with anything, but you can't go in there acting like you didn't know what you were getting. And the problem with most of us, I'm just trying to get away from a dog, so if I get a duck, that's fine. And then you spend the rest of your life with a duck, telling God to send you a prince. Why would he? Why would God send you something when you already got something in that place? Please explain that to me. You're never going to get a nicer car if you keep on deciding to drive raggedy ones. These are your choices. Now, here's what we got to learn. How can I make better choices? I need to learn how to make better choices. You can do anything anybody else can do if you can find out how to get some self-control and get beyond situational control. Does that make sense? Now, how many of you know that in a lot of areas, I do this, I'll talk about my life, but I'm going to ask you to answer yourself, that you're living a lot of circumstantial control in your life, that you're letting circumstances tell you what to do. Like a lot of people, if you get the money, this is almost an automatic. If you got enough money and they got it at the right price, you should get it. Why you got so much junk in your house? My child asked for it. I had the money in my pocket, so I bought it for it. You know how many times people are not able to pay their light bill because of that? Bottom line is the child didn't care one way or the other. This is what people fail to understand about a child. They don't know what they want. Anything they want is because you taught them to want it.